So my name's Lynda and I'm from Inverness in the Highlands of Scotland. I came into Castlecraig on the 17th of May 2021 and when I walked through those doors at the very bottom of that gate, I was lost. I was completely broken. I had no hope left. Everything had been taken away from me. I came in and I was a mess, mentally, physically, emotionally broken. And, you know, addiction took everything away from me. I had nothing. My family had left me. I'd lost jobs, I'd lost cars, relationships with family members, my sister, my nephews. I had nobody. The only thing I didn't lose was my house that I'm still in today. But it was a shell of what it is today. I'd been using it for many years as crack house, heroin house, inviting addicts into my house, into my life. It's desperation. I was desperate. I was a desperate, hopeless addict when I came through those doors. I was so broken. And I remember coming through those doors and I didn't know what I was surrendering to, but I knew I was surrendering because I'd had enough. Life had just got so bad. So I surrendered, I put my hands up and said, okay, I'll go, I'll come in. And I'm so glad that I did. When I came in that first week, I wore a mask. You know, I didn't want people to see the real me, the broken me, the lost me, the hopeless me. So I put that mask on of I was loud, I was overly confident, full of ego, full of pride. I was very rude, crude, a lot of sexual talk. And it's just not who I am as a woman today. I was very immature when I first came in here. I hadn't grown up. Although I was in here when I was 45 years old, I still had the mentality of an 18, 19-year-old because I hadn't had the opportunity to grow because I'd used drugs for such a long, long time. I think I was probably about 4 weeks in and I'd been working with Jess for that 4-week period and she started to make me realise a lot of things that I hadn't been aware of myself. And plus as well, you know, I'd get in that 4-week period of, you know, being away from society, not taking drugs, not using, and I was given that breathing space that I needed just to try and find out who I was and realise who I was. And then, you know, through working with Jess, I kind of realised that I'm not what I portray that I am. I'm not that addict that I was for 34 years. I'm not a crackhead. I'm not a junkie. I'm not that person anymore. But I didn't know who I was and I didn't know who I was going to become, you know, when I was here. So I kind of had that moment of, you know, change, especially like when I started being able to talk to my family again while I was in here. You know, I'd given my mum peace for the first time in years by being in here because she knew I was somewhere that I was safe, somewhere that I was getting taken care of. She was getting to sleep for the first time in many, many years. My daughter was starting to come back into my life. You know, she was at least picking up the phone and speaking to me again. My mum was speaking to me and that was amazing. So it gave a bit of hope at that point in time. It's a beautiful programme. The process is hard, it's tough, but it's taught me I've grown up through the 12 steps in Narcotics Anonymous. My life has changed. You know, I can sit and be a mother today. I can sit and be a grandmother today. I can be a daughter to my mum. And when things come at me, I deal with it. I learn how to maintain dignity and respect for other people as well as for myself. It's a beautiful programme. Don't be frightened. This place changes lives. It's changed my life. Whether you want your family back or whether they want you back, then this is a place where it can happen. It is frightening coming into rehab, but the experience is probably the most beautiful experience in my life. I had some fun times, crazy times. Just that ability to laugh again, like proper belly laughs, tears pouring down the face, smile aching. I don't know when last I did that. Coming in here has given me everything back and more. When I came in here, I didn't know what I wanted. I just knew I wanted to get clean. But the life that I've got now and my family have got now is second to none. I would never have imagined being where I am today. I would not have got here if it wasn't for Castlecraig and the 12 steps. No way. I mean, while I was in Castlecraig, my mum started to come around slowly. My daughter started to come around slowly. And then when I got home from Castlecraig, it took time. You know, we get clean and we expect, that's me, I'm clean, come back into my life, everything's okay. But Mum and Dad had been fed up of hearing that word, sorry, I won't do it again. They didn't want to hear it anymore. They'd had enough of hearing it. So when I got back home, you know, it took some time, but my mum and my daughter and I built a relationship back together, but my stepfather didn't want to see me. I wouldn't be allowed in the house. I wouldn't be allowed to sit and have a coffee with my mum. He wasn't interested because he was fed up of hearing the word sorry. But thankfully now, you know, he sent me a message a few weeks ago and he said to me, Lynda, I'm so proud of you. My mum said it to me over the years, my daughter said it to me, but hearing it from my stepdad was the one I wanted to hear it from. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of all I've achieved. My mum and dad have moved down to Devon now because I've got a sister. When I first came out of Castle Craig, she had 2 children, my nephews, that they didn't even know I existed. No wonder. But, you know, we've got such a beautiful relationship now. My daughter, when I came out of Castle Craig, was at university in Glasgow. She's now completed that course and she moved back home with me last year. I'm going to get emotional. I never thought that girl would ever come back and live with me again. But there she is, back living with her mum, where she belongs. And I've got a grandson now. My son had a baby last year, and that grandson will never see his grandma use drugs.